one. They all swing by so quick. We have had two local water parks for the past couple of years, Cowabunga Bay to the southeast and Wet 'n Wild to the southwest. But the first one, also named Wet 'n Wild, but with one less apostrophe, opened 30 years ago right on the Las Vegas Strip.
We're also counting very heavily on the local population. They are our mainstay, and we supplement with the tourists.
He's talking about Wet 'n Wild. In 1985, News 3 got a sneak preview a few days before the water park opened.
The highlight of the theme park is here at the Der Stuka, where bathers have an opportunity to free fall 76 feet. Now, it may not look too high from down here, but up there, it's a whole different story.
It's incredible. You've never experienced anything like it in your life until you do. It's like a free fall. You don't touch until you start leveling out.
As if just the rides weren't enough, the park had dozens of promotions each year, like this slide-a-thon. Contestants repeating slide after slide to win a boat. Safety first.
We've had 3 lifeguards. All our lifeguards are CPR trained. 2 stationed at the bottom and 1 up at the top.
It took 80 hours to crown a champion. The park had a system of giant heaters to keep 1.5 million gallons of water at 80 degrees. They used 600 pounds of chlorine a day. It was wet. It was wild. And it came to an end when the property owners decided the location was too valuable for a water park. The last day was sad.
When we moved here, this was one of the things we looked at, just because it had so much for the kids to do. But we hope, they said that they might build. That's what we're hoping for.
Well, that never happened. Neither of the current water parks are affiliated with the old Wet 'n Wild. And that land on the Strip that was ripe for some sort of hotel casino development in 2004, it's still vacant today. Kim and Dana.
That's right. There's nothing there. And we moved to town 3 years before they closed it, so we had a chance to go to the old Wet 'n Wild. But I love those shots with the camera underwater and on the slides.
And in Orlando, which is similar as far as a tourist destination, they have a Wet 'n Wild on I Drive, International Drive, which is the equivalent of our Las Vegas